I believe we should be live. Let me check if everything is okay. How come there is no music in Genshin Impact though? There should be some music. I remember there was music in this game. Oh, I muted it. Checkmate, Sir Grandalot. Fuck. Okay, let me see if the sound is working. Yeah, I can hear myself from the phone, so everything is working fine. As we enjoy Yelan in all her glory. Today the plan is, well, first of all I started late because I woke up late. I was very very tired after uh, a very busy day with all the Sunday work, and my wife, in all her wisdom, decided to not wake me up in the morning, which was very much appreciated. I was very very happy about being able to sleep basically an extra hour. Although it meant that my stream started a little bit late, but that's fine. I have a day off today, I can stream until probably 11 or somewhere there. Oh, hello, Kawaii Potato! No, you're not early, I am late. I just started. Hello, Kawaii Potato, how are you today? I may sound extremely sleepy because I really woke up 10 minutes ago. No more than 10 minutes ago. What's the time? 8 past 8? Yeah, when I woke up it was 7:55, so it was like 10 minutes ago. Very, very sleepy, but managing to sleep a little bit more, a little bit longer this morning was really great. I was so tired yesterday. Why is Genshin Impact so quiet though? Where is the music? Where are all the sounds? Everything is the game decided to be extremely quiet today, which is fine, I guess. I just woke up, so letting my brain slowly recover, I'm actually okay with that. This team, yeah, it's fine, whatever. The plan is, I want to dump Raisin, farming this place, because I'm really done with the domain. What is it? I don't remember the name of the domain at all. This place. After months of farming, I finally got an artifact that was an upgrade for one of my characters. And that artifact in particular was... not this. It was this one. The rolls were not amazing, but Yaimiko needs attack percentage, so 2 rolls in attack percentage was actually great. And this artifact, which is pretty much perfect for Yaimiko, the average damage increase on her turrets is 0.3% per calculations of Genshin Impact Optimizer. So months and months of farming for an extra 0.3% made me decide, well, you know what? We give up that domain for a tiny bit and we move back to this place because my Yelan build is trash. What's her name? My Hutao's build can definitely be improved, so we will be spending a little bit of time here in the coming weeks. You got the new light cone today. Which light cone did you get? Oh, you mean the one from the simulated universe with the reset? Your heart has become death. You know, there was a stage in the... I did not make the raisin thingy. I came here with pure raisin. That's very upsetting. How long do I need? 17 seconds. That's pretty good. There is a stage in the simulated universe where pretty much every enemy is vulnerable to to ice damage, and my Pela is not built very well, and I stopped leveling up my Herta quite some time ago, and so I really regret not having either of them built, because they would have made my experience in that chamber, I call them chambers, of the Memory of Chaos much easier. Hello, Mr. Kappa Psi. A geo support set and physical support set, yeah, those 2 elements need a little bit of love. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of love, because there has not been anything really exciting for geo and physical damage in a very long time. I mean, during the last here, the coolest thing we got for physical damage is that we probably get Eula reruns next patch. That's it. But my head canon, caused by my own reasoning in terms of MiHoYo's games design, is that there will be a lot of shenanigans about normal attackers in Fontaine, and that will give us sets that are great for... I slightly regret coming here with these characters. There will be sets that are great for physical damage dealers, and hopefully we'll get some new Geo stuff. Hopefully. Geo is not in the greatest place. I mean, you can clear everything in the game with Geo, but it has been the same for a very, very long time. Like, I can understand the Dendro being the new beloved child of MiHoYo because it's new and everything. But the other elements are being slightly neglected. Do you guys think that the sound is okay? Like the balancing between my voice and the game? Because in my headphone the game sounds very, very low. But I don't know if it's just my feeling or if it's really like that. Today the setup of the stream was done in an extremely short amount of time, so I was not able to do some testing, some recording and everything because I was very late. Sounds good? Oh, cool. Thank you, Kawaii Potato. Oh, triple piece. Trash? Trash? Trash. I mean, that makes it easy. And after dumping the raisin, I will not be doing things like commissions, the weekly bosses. I don't really care about that. I will just be doing the Abyss reset. And then we go to have a look at Honkai Star Rail to see what happens. Yeah, Shenhe was the last really cool thing that happened for Cryo. Because Lila, yeah, she's a good character, but she's basically a side grade of Diona. She didn't make any difference. It's not that because Lila exists, you built new and crazy teams. Nah. Electro, but everything is trash. Other elements got either some new sets or weapons that are amazing for characters of those elements, or new characters that are really cool. Cryo, Geo, and physical damage is the one that borderline doesn't exist in the game. But even Geo and Cryo have been slightly neglected by MiHoYo. But things will change for sure. Because MiHoYo wants money. And they know that people who like characters from those elements, if they get the chance to pull or build something interesting, they're going to do it. This one, no, not really. Last 20 raising. There is also the problem that if they wait too long, there could be the problem that, for example, anyone who wanted Eula, by the time she reruns in the 3.8, allegedly, pretty much everyone who has been saving for her could get very, very high Constellation Eula. That's not very good for MiHoYo's pockets, because people who wanted a Constellation 6 Eula, by the time she runs, they're going to get Constellation 6 Eula if they've been saving, like even if they have bad luck. I wonder if maybe they're waiting so long for a Eula rerun, because there will be a lot of physical damage dealers and, you know, physical damage oriented things in Fontaine, and they want to drain our funds. This, no. We got us blasted. Cryo Archon will be Cryo Yelan. Oh, God save our wallet. God save our wallet. Although by the time the game will be very, very close to the end, so we can all just get... I noticed that he's on a Dragon Bane. We can all just get, you know, a Constellation Nothing Cryo Archon just for collection's sake and be happy with that. Has it changed those, or is it the same? No, we don't care about the blessing. Can I see the composition? Oh, it's the same one. It has not changed. Okay. So I think we should be the last rotation with the current stuff. I don't remember what's in here. Bunch of garbage forever. You know what? It's probably the only chance that my Venti will have at doing something. Where do we put him? Probably in the first half. The first half seems to have more garbage, so go Venti. No, not like this. Is this the first time that I play Venti in 2023? Maybe. Could be. Where is Sarah? This is not Sarah. Where is Sarah? Oh, I forgot I leveled her up to 90. Then Nahida, yeah, Miko. Yoink, yoink. Yeah, we need more Geo characters to buff Noelle even further. Oh my god, they're all in different areas. I forgot about this. 5-star Hydro Claymore, yeah, for sure in Fontaine. Definitely. And I do believe that the first Hydro Claymore will not be an infusion character, but it will be a physical damage dealer. That's my headcanon. It will make a lot of sense. But it's possible that it will have an infusion and it will be... It could have some Shatter shenanigans. Because at the moment Shatter is an elemental reaction that deals damage with elemental mastery, but it's not like people build characters with Shatter in mind. But all that it takes is a Claymore character that has some talent or ability or whatever that makes Shatter deal 25 Gorillion damage, and then Theory Crafters will be like, oh, Shatter is meta, if you don't build Shatter characters, you're a subhuman. And we will all be building Shatter freeze teams. Please, Mihoil, give me a button that I can clear floor 9 and 10 without having to kill this garbage. Shatter Nilu, yes. Oh, I have Stringless on Venti, which is not even the worst thing. Where is everyone? Oh, fuck. Yeah, like, it could be an infusion Hydro character that you can use for just... you know, vaporize shenanigans, but in addition to that, one-shots the universe with a Shatter. Will give you an extra opportunity to play him. Bloody Venti. You shoot into the void, Taineri. Himeko really gives me Venti vibes. I feel so bad for that. Okay, see you soon, Kawaii Potato. I think that, well, Freeze already has one of the most busted elemental reactions in the game. Well, two, in theory, because Melt deals a ton of damage, and Freeze is insane, because you basically stop time for the enemy, and you don't take any damage, and you one-shot them. And I guess that Super Conduct could be buffed a little bit, because it's not bad, but it's really underwhelming. Like, yeah, you deal a tiny little bit more damage. It doesn't feel that good to play Super Combat at the moment. Hit something, Daenerys. Okay, that was more reasonable. Let's go for 10. Okay. Okay, fine. No, not Chichi in the second slot, or my brain will absolutely melt. Let's do this. First half, 1, 2... I really need to level him up a little bit more, because I often play him, and yeah, that is fine. I always need to scroll down to find him. I don't even think he benefits that much from being level 90, but whatever. I wish we could have waves of like 50 monsters all spawning together at the same time. It would save so much time. But MiHoYo will never do it. They will never do it. Because they focus a lot on the experience for mobile players. Because they know that a lot of people play the game only on mobile. And a lot of phones would not be able to handle a lot of enemies spawning all at the same time. Yeah, that would be very cool. Removing hit lag would be very cool. Or, you know, a character that does not suffer from hit lag. Like a melee character that slashes through the enemies and does not have any hit lag at all. That would be great. You know, it's something that they can do very easily when it comes to coding. They can make the character essentially transparent, or whatever you want to call it, during a burst or during the elemental skill or whatever, and what happens is, haha, you one-shot the universe without having to worry about hit lag. Alright, the other one is a bit far away. What? Oh, I have the Sumeru weapon on Kazuha instead of his signature. Ah, that's fine, I guess. Come. Can you let me play my character's game, please? I don't want to try hard. I woke up 10 minutes ago. I'm very sleepy. I just want to see things in front of me die, okay? I should have brought Yelan to freeze the stuff. For anyone joining late, I really woke up 20-30 minutes ago, right before the stream started. I overslept a bit. My wife let me sleep a little bit longer because I have a day off today. I was very tired from some Sunday work yesterday, and my wife, in all her wisdom, let me sleep a bit longer. Usually around this time I start to feel like a human being in terms of voice and feeling awake. Right now, no. Right now my brain is still half asleep. Hello, thickness lady. Please tell me you didn't go too far. Oh, okay. Dudes are there. Did I hit something with Ayaka's burst? I think so. Maybe I did. Maybe. Oh, shut up with your flying nonsense. Oh no. There. Based Chichi. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember that. I remember. Okay, yeah. So let's do, well, pretty much the same in the second half. No, that's not Kazuha. This is Kazuha. Although Kazuha is even good in the second half with this garbage. I mean, he's not bad, so I guess let's play Kazuha. Dori. I believe that the new banners for me will start Wednesday, but my stream is supposed to be Thursday. I think I will wait. We can check from inside here, because I am I think 30 pulls into PT more or less. Let me check. It's 33 into PT, then we have 9, which means 42. This is 20 pools and change. This is more than 20. So let's say 65. Very, very close to soft PT for the new banners that will start. Yeah, it will be Wednesday for me when they start. It's Monday for me right now. And I will probably wait until Thursday to stream. Because the problem is, if I do my pools, which they're not a lot, on Wednesday, I will know if I get Kirara or not, which means that on Thursday I will know if I have to spend the resin to build the Kirara or not. But it's also nice to pull on stream, wait for Kawaii Potato to tell me where to go to pull, because the luck that he brings me is amazing. So we will have to see what happens. Yeah, it would be nice to have an Archon, or Archon, that at Constellation 0 with a Favonius weapon is pretty much done, and his kit doesn't change. It would be so nice if that were to happen. For once. No, I remember I had this problem last week. I mean, 2 weeks ago when I did the babies, but I came here with this team and my characters were not particularly happy about dealing with the birds. Can she get them? No. I mean, it's going to take a while. Eventually we're getting there. How many pulls do you have for Yai? My original hope was to go for Constellation 6 Yamiko. And then it turned out that Kazuha is the second half. And I need... I would like to get an extra Constellation for Kazuha. But it's looking less and less likely. It's just too many Primogems needed. And I will not be doing any Swiper Uni. Like, Wallet Uni is not ready for that. Did I get full stars? Okay. Because that was very slow due to the flying nonsense. I was really hoping that Yamiko would not rerun so early. Because my plan was perfect. Like, I was 100% expecting Kazuha to be in this patch. And I made all my calculations of saving a soft PT for this patch, thinking, well, I get a Constellation for Kazuha, I'm happy, and then I keep saving. And then they rerun Yamiko. That's not good for me. I wish we had more chambers like this one, even in floor 12. Like 4 Yuin dudes spawning all at the same time, followed by 2 other Ruin dudes spawning at the same time. I like this kind of chamber, it's fun. Like, it feels like I'm doing something, not just wasting time running a lot around monsters. Alright, these guys. You have 140 pulls and you're trying to keep... you want to save 10k. Yeah, we don't know yet how many Primogens we will need for Fontaine. But it's possible that the first characters will be amazing, because Mihoyo wants to drain our Primogens right off the start. Or it could also be that the first character will be a little bit bait and that will just be okay. and we will use our Primogems, and then we will dearly regret it when it comes the time for the Archon and other characters in the middle of a patch. I mean, in the middle of a region, rather than in the middle of a patch. I have no idea what's here. These? Just these two. Oh, is it the one that's from 3 waves of two? It could be. Not really. My memory for the floors before 11 is before 12 is terrible, and very often, even floor 12, I tend to forget what's there. The taunt ability of Tainari is so nice. Archons are pretty safe to get, yeah. Apart from Venti. I have some beef with Venti. But in general, Archons are okay. They're a good investment, even at Constellation 0. For a very long time, a lot of players complain about the fact that the power level, the difference in power level between a Constellation 0 Raiden and higher Constellation Raiden was a bit too excessive. And then it turns out that you can play Raiden at Constellation 0, 1000 Elemental Mastery, and she's great with Dendro. Feels a bit bad, it's very, very bad, but it works. How many hit points do you have left? Do you want to die by Chi-Chi? Yeah, apparently yes. Okay, floor 12... Hu Tao and friends? Yeah, we don't need the shield. You don't need a shield if you kill everything, so... Here and Dori. That's not a very good start, at least for this half. For the second half, it's very good. Ow. Go bird. I need to let Venti pull. No, that's the Mihoyo strategy. Maybe there will be characters who only have crowd control for large enemies. So, like, if you fight the 25 Illichurs, they're useless, but if you're fighting a Ruingar, they just suck it into a black hole, and it stays there. That will be neat. I did not remember there were so many mushrooms here. Did I drop the turret? Yes. You just died. What the hell? Ouch. That hurt a little bit. Let's be careful because I don't want to have to restart. Yeah. Well, how can Raiden slash an island, like carve in between an island with her slash, and she cannot go through an Illichur shield? There are some canon things in the lore that don't really match the power level of some of the characters in the game. Please don't kill me while I heal up, I would appreciate it. I said don't kill me. Man, that was really slow. This is embarrassing. I shouldn't do Abyss runs right after waking up. I usually do clear the first chamber with 1.5 minutes left. What the hell? What do we have here? Oh, Giga Chicken, the flying thing, okay. Raiden would be dead if Kazuha had a wooden shield. Yes. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but I guess that they cannot exactly recreate it in game, but sometimes it feels a bit weird. I mean, the Raiden not being able to destroy a Kilichur's shield is absolutely insanity. I didn't want to use her elemental skill. Especially, I didn't want to use her elemental skill and immediately switch to another character. What my brain was trying to do was switch to Yelan, press elemental skill, kill the dude. My hand did not act like that. Thank you, Daenerys, for that shot. That shot into the absolute void. That was great. What the hell just happened? Like I've seen Daenerys taking better shots, but that was ludicrous. I wish I recorded that shot. I guess the Kilichur dude was a bit too far away and Daenerys didn't manage to target it, but what the hell? What's here? Oh, the Giga Dorito. Hello, Giga Dorito of my heart. What the hell? Okay. Where is my energy? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's not enough. Because I like to finish a chamber using Hutao's burst, but sometimes I rate the amount of damage that she can deal incorrectly. What's in the last bit? Oh, the Mango Kinkies, right. Ow. I'm not a fan of what happened in terms of... Well, they have a cryo field, we have a elemental mastery field. Let's see which one is that. Ow. Seems to me like the elemental mastery field is the superior field, but let's see. GG Mango Kinkies. As usual, you are very loyal opponents. John Lee, yeah. It would be nice if bosses and big dudes in general could, at the very least, be slowed down by his meteor and not completely ignore it, as if nothing was happening. I just realized one thing. What is this garbage? Oh, a craftable thing. Okay. Imagine, imagine crafting things. Because there is going to be a new battle pass 2 days from now, and I just cleared the abyss. I hope it will count. It's probably not going to count, but I hope it will count. Let's see. This is trash. This is trash. This is trash. This is not trash. We can keep it. And I think raising is at 0. There are no other urgent things to do. I will not be doing daily commissions. So we can do a switcheroonie. Let me do the switcheroonie. Tonka, Tonka. Okay, now this... And Star Rail is very quiet because a problem with Star Rail, not really a problem, but you know, a feature in Star Rail is that when you are in the menu, the music is still in the background. Whereas in Genshin Impact, when you are in the menu, there is no music. So I cannot keep Honkai Star Rail properly open in the background while I'm playing other things. Yeah, today is the last day for the current Battle Pass, but I wonder if clearing the Abyss today counts for the Battle Pass that starts a couple of days from now, because if it doesn't count, it means I will have to wait 2 weeks to get those points from the Battle Pass, and it can be a little bit annoying. Okay, hello Bronya. What's the situation today? Let's see. That's okay. And we are in the right place, because the first thing that I want to check is the simulated universe. Oh, give me all of these rewards. Okay, we will be doing these. First I want to make sure that I use... not here. Cavern of Corrosion. Well, John Lee's Constellation 6 is very cool, but yeah, I wish it was a little bit more damage oriented. In general, it's cool, like you're literally immortal. Let's have a look, let's have a look. I will definitely use my energy to run some Caverns of Corrosion, but I need to check for which character. Because I have a lot of these pieces, let's say things properly in English. I have a lot of characters that use the pieces from this Cavern of Corrosion, the Healing and Musketeer. But a lot of them are using purple ones. So it would not be actually a bad idea to run those caverns a few more times, get more pieces, and see if I can slowly replace the purple with gold. Because it's a very energy efficient domain, because both sets are pretty okay. Especially the healing one is not omega amazing, but it's pretty okay. Because the other option is to run the fire and imaginary damage domain, because I do not have an imaginary set for wealth. And I don't have a good fire set from Himeko. And... I'm about to say Klee, but she's Hook. So that's also pretty okay. But I guess that I will farm this set today. Yeah. Let's go to that Cavern of Corrosion. Which mode is most like the Abyss? This one here. Well, that one is pretty easy from the map. This one. The Forgotten Hall. I can show it to you. The Forgotten Hall has these 15 floors. I will call them floors for simplicity's sake. These 15 are always I don't want to enter. Are always the same. So you clear them, you get the rewards, you are happy with it. They're very easy. This is very low level. It's something that you clear in the early stages of the game. Then once you unlock all of this, you unlock Memory of Chaos, which is actually like the Abyss in Genshin Impact. And it resets, just like in Genshin Impact. It's much more challenging, and it requires 2 teams, one for each half. and it does not have any crazy buffs. Because the other thing that is very fun in Honkai Star Rail is the simulated universe, which is basically a small roguelike dungeon, sort of. But there are crazy buffs in that game mode that completely change the flow of the game. Whereas here you are with your characters and that's it. There are some buffs that cycle, that favor certain characters over other, but a little bit like in Genshin Impact, we get the blessing that benefits some characters over others. And at the moment, I'm stuck at 7. 7 is absolutely unmanageable for me. My characters are too low level. I'm expecting 7 to maybe, hopefully, be able to try it before the end of the reset, but at the moment I cannot do it. Let's go to the Cavern of Corrosion. Let's clear this one today. This team... Where is Zilly? Excuse me. Oh, because I was doing the farming expedition last night before going to sleep, yeah. The last thing that I did yesterday, before going to bed, was to kill all the monsters on the map for extra XP on my characters. So I was not using Zilly, who is already at the cap of XP. Let's see if we can get anything decent from the Cavern of Corrosion. But even getting fodder is not bad. I only have four artifacts that are fully leveled up. I did not even know it, but there is an achievement for leveling up 4 artifacts. It took me almost 4 weeks, I believe. Because the game has been out for more than 3 weeks now. And it took me that long to be able to fully level up 4 artifacts. Because the amount of fodder we get in this game is not good. Really not good. I'm guessing that later on, as rewards increase, we get more fodder, things will feel a little bit better. But in the early game, it feels really, really bad. No, don't use your burst when there is an enemy on screen. I'm in auto mode right now, so I don't really have any control of my character. I need to rely on the AI doing smart and reasonable things. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I think I will do another round, but I will probably replace Serval with Wealth. I think Wealth will make it much quicker. Is it done? Okay. Let's see, we got only one piece. This one is amazing for a healer. Absolutely amazing. I mean, amazing for the current healers that we have, because both healers scales with hit point, so we cannot get anything much better than that from that slot for our current healers. That's not Wealth, this one is Wealth. It's possible, yeah. To give you the feeling. To hook you up. Hey, kid. The first time it's free. You don't need to pay. But I was honestly 100% expecting to skip Honkai Star Rail. And then after playing it for, I would say, 3 hours the first day, I was just, no, this is a good game. It's a good turn-based game. They designed it very, very well. My guess is ZZZ will have the... well, the gameplay slightly similar to Genshin Impact and Honkai Impact, but they will include something similar to the simulated universe here with a bit of a roguelike progression, crazy buffs, crazy abilities and stuff like that. So it will not stray too far away from their current formulas with work, but it will be a new combination of things. I've never played the Star Ocean. I know some people who play it, but I never tried it myself. No, not the same piece again, come on. Is it worth saving? Well, watch scales with attack percentage. I mean, he scales with attack, so might as well save a piece for him. Luocha is a healer that will be released next patch, and his kit scales only with attack. His healing scales with attack, his damage scales with attack. So it's a little bit like Genshin Impact that they release characters that fit a role, and you're expecting them to scale with a stat, and then surprise, they scale with a different stat, meaning that we need to save a lot of relics because we never know what a character we want will scale with. There is going to be a DPS character released, I believe, 2 patches away from now, that scales like Hu Tao, so mostly with hit points but also with attack, and that is Blade. Meaning that you want pieces that have mostly hit points, and if you also have a bit of attack it's also fine, but you don't want main stat attack, you want main stat hit point. And then there are some characters that deal damage, but their abilities don't crit, because all the damage over time doesn't crit in this game. Meaning that characters who deal damage over time, you build them just with the main damage stat, hit effect, and things like that. You need to be very, very careful about trashing artifacts right now. Because many people in the past, when they were farming Crimson Witch for the look, they were recycling, I mean using as a fodder all the pieces with hit point main stat. You know, like sand with hit point main stat, who would use this? Imagine a pyro damage dealer who uses this as a stat, and then we got Hu Tao. Not very solid, but not even the worst thing. And we're a bit out. Yeah, we're a bit out of energy, unfortunately. Didn't get a lot. I was hoping to get something better. Oh, in Star Rail the 4 stars are amazing. Serval we get her for free at the beginning of the game, and she's a very good AoE lightning damage dealer. Sushan we don't get her for free, but she's on the banner right now, and as a physical damage dealer she's amazing. Who else is? I don't remember if we get Hook for free. I do not believe so. She was on the previous banner. Herta is okay in the beginning of the game, but she is not a character on which people should invest too many resources, because she becomes very underwhelming in later stages. Main character is phenomenal, like really phenomenal. People are clearing the end game with main character. And then there is Danhang, who is another character that is free, and he's a fantastic damage dealer. And then there is March the 7th, who is a shielder, and she's very, very good. All the 4 stars that we get for free at the beginning of the game are good. Like, there is not a single one that is bad. Complete daily mission. Well, let's do the daily mission. Oh no, the bored dude. Let's see what the bored dude has for us today. I have not built the main character because my first 5 star was Jeopard, who is a shielder tank, And that made the March the 7th main character a little bit redundant, because this combination is insane. And she gives the shield to main character. Main character has a taunt. She is super tanky, and after getting hit, she can unleash very high damage. It's a very, very good combination. But my first 5-star character was Jeopard, who is a tanker who shields the whole team. So I prefer to invest into him. But if I did not have Jeopard, I would have 100% build main character, and I would probably do it next patch. Hydro Traveler will be a beast. Bottom tier service. No, what happened to your Popeyes? You arrived just in time. Come here. I have big news to share with you. Though I'm not sure it can be considered as good news, the youngster from the logistics department were trying to convince me to stay after they heard that I was retired. They said that they couldn't handle things correctly without me leading the way. This is so rude to tell to an old guy. Come on. Young people need to learn and grow. I thought the same, but I wasn't expecting they asked a superior this way. Dan came to me and asked if I wanted to stay for another couple of months to train my successor. You know me too tight to turn down such a sincere request. I was a bit emotional at the point and agreed to his request. Honkai main character is super good. But like in Genshin Impact, when you get main character, he's a physical damage dealer. He's not bad, but not even that good. And as you progress through the story, very, very early in the story, you get the option to switch to fire. Fire main character is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Lila, forgive that. It will just be several months. It won't be you wouldn't say several in a sentence like this. It will be, Lila, forgive that. It will just be a few months. It won't be long. Or even better, it will just be a few weeks. It won't be long. Not, it will just be several months. Let's bring the letter to Lady. Where is Lady? Is she even here? I think she's in town, right? Yeah. There is always something wrong in your Popeye's order. Oh no, you're like a review bra. The report of a week, that half of the time that he orders food, the food is wrong. And he feels super bad because he kinda ruins his video. Kawaii Potato is review bra confirmed. Hashtag exposed. You mean Kiana? Oh wait, Kappa Kappa Psy. I assumed that you meant the main character in Honkai Star Rail, because if you meant Honkai Third, then I've not played Honkai Third. I cannot give you info about that game. The ball peonies. Have a lovely day. Wait, is it? You love Review Bra, totally not him. Review Bra is glorious. I love him so much. His last video... Oh, you meant Star Rail. Oh, okay, then the stuff that I told you about main character being great, once you get the fire ability is correct. She or he is really, really good. But the last video from Review Bra was him ordering something, and it was definitely wrong, and he was very upset about it. Because he's very genuine in his reviews. Like, he doesn't check stuff first, he doesn't write in advance. He does the thing basically live recording it in one take. So when he opens the bag and he finds out that whatever they prepared for him is wrong, he's legitimately and genuinely upset about it. RDC Popeyes. Go on assignment, salvage a relic. Complete one stage in Simulated Universe. Oh, we're getting this one for sure. Where is that? Definitely this place. Because we are going to get some of these things that we can use to get the rewards. Which is, by the way, the reason why I stopped using buy energy to farm relics in the Simulated Universe. I already got a lot of these. And as time goes by, every time there is a reset, every week, we are getting some for free. So now that I have a good stock of relics from this Simulated Universe, I want to save my energy for other things. Bronya. Bailu. Yeah, they're not super related. There are some similarities, but they're not particularly related. No, I didn't get the speed thing. I want a button to reroll the starting curios. All of these are useless for me. What the hell? Let's speed run it. A lot of people were afraid that in order to really appreciate Honkai Star Rail, people would need to have played Honkai Impact. But the two are not connected at all. Apart from some, you know, minor references, the fact that Mr. Wealth is the same in both games, but you can enjoy Star Rail without having played Honkai Impact at all. This. The story in Honkai is great. Basically, I think that I know the story decently well, mainly because I watched the... No, don't give me this one so early. Mainly because I watched all the animations on YouTube. Because the animation for Honkai Third are so good. Okay, here we have a few problems, caused mainly by the fact that we don't have any blessings, so our damage is a bit less. I don't know if we can kill these dudes right now. Yeah, there's no way to kill these guys. I mean, they're going to run away. At least one of them. Which is a bit annoying. But there's not much we can do. Yeah, wealth is exactly the same. Even the abilities are associated to his lore in Honkai Impact. That's a good blessing. These, I don't really care about any of these. That's a good blessing. Over the course of the weekend, I finally got the last curio that I was missing. The negative curio with the drawing of a Christmas tree on a cuckoo clock. Finally, I managed to get it. This. And yesterday I also got an event that is very rare. The one that you can choose between getting all the abundance blessings at once or 2000 credits. And I had the curio that increases my damage based on the amount of credits that I had. And thanks to that combination, I got the achievement for dealing more than 150k damage in one hit. Because I'm not even close to 150k with my characters. But thanks to that filthy combination, I managed to do it. He hopped on a train to buy some milk. And then one thing led to another. And now he summons black holes to deal 50 damage to enemies. You have a lot of explaining to do the day he goes back home. I think we need to do 3 rounds to get the full points, because full points for a simulated universe is 10,000. And at my Trailblazer level, a full run I believe is a bit more than 4,000. So we're still a little bit short. Fine. The quicker we make it to Anatta, the happier we are. Anatta, for people who don't remember the name, is the blessing that makes the... Oh. Oh. True? That's incredible. There are 3 breakable objects here. And on each breakable object, I have a 1% chance of getting a curio. It happened twice. That was pretty outrageous. I'm broke, so let's get a 1-star blessing. Okay. Anatta? Yes. There we go. Oh! I'm at 1 hit point now. Okay, let's be a little bit careful. Okay, now we're safe. A thing that I really hope they will patch is the... I don't know if there is a general AI for when you let the game autoplay, or if it's character by character. But whatever it is, I really hope that they will fix the fact that characters basically waste their burst for nothing when there are enemies at like 1% hit points and that are basically dead. Genshin Abyss reset has been done already. It was the first thing that I did when I started the stream, Spidey. Welcome. It's the same good old Abyss. It was today for me. It reset a few days ago, but I did not do it yet, so it was the first time for me to do it. But it's still the old rotation, the one with the Dorito in the first half last chamber and the 3 Mango Kinky in the second half last chamber. For a completely new rotation we need to wait a couple of weeks. And I have no idea what is going to be in that one, because I don't check leaks for lore and for Abyss. I like to go in blind. No reaction. Good. The number on the counter slowly reaches 150. This one I still have to completely understand how it works. Because this is an event, an occurrence, that you may not get any... Oh, I already have the buff. You may not get any reward if you choose the wrong thing. And I still have to find out all the options based on what the text says. Sometimes it wants you to keep hitting it, sometimes it wants you to stop. And if you don't do things correctly, it tells you basically to fuck off, and you don't get anything. Bailu has so many people. Please crit. Unfortunately, I always get the... well, not really unfortunately. I always get the Abundance Blessing when I do runs with this team just to clear it on autoplay. And it's a bit slower compared to other blessing, because it doesn't deal damage and it doesn't boost the damage of your characters. So if I wanted to go fast, I would have to pick Hunt instead of Abundance. But then I would have to skip autoplay, because if you don't have automatic insane healing of destiny, you need to time your heals properly. And on stream it would be okay. But in order to get the maximum amount of loot from the elite and bosses here in the simulated universe, we need to do 100 runs a week. And considering that you want to kill the 2 elites and the boss, it means you need... No, sorry, I mispronounced that. We can get the rewards from elites and boss 100 times. And in each round there are 2 elites and 1 boss. So we need to do 33 full rounds. And you don't want to skip the boss, because he's the one... because he's the one that gives the best rewards. And this means that we have to do 33 full rounds each week to get the maximum amount of this loot, the loot that we get when we kill them. And a run, if I use Abundance, takes me 10 minutes to 15, maybe. And that's quite a lot of time. I often do when I'm at work, because 33 runs a week means that ideally you want to try to do 5 a day, so that if some days you are a little bit short, you still make up for that. And so what I usually do is, on my commute to work, I kill all the monsters on the map in Jarilo 6 and the Herta station. Then when I'm at work and I have like a toilet break or twice during the lunch break, I do simulated universe runs. Then on my commute back home, I clear the Space Liyue ship to kill all the monsters and get XP for my characters. And then when I'm home, before going to sleep, I check if I have anything left to do, some more monsters to kill, and it takes quite a bit of time to get everything done. I'm sure that both activities, a few weeks / month from now, I will pretty much stop doing them, because when you start getting more and more resources, you don't need to do that kind of grind. But now that we are in the early stages of the game and resources are extremely scarce, I found it a very useful way to get resources while also playing the game, because I enjoy it. Of course, when I'm doing it at work, it's just autoplay with Abundance path. Let's get some extra crit damage. This is trash. Give me the hunt. Fine. Enhance a Blessing of Abundance. I stopped carefully looking at what blessings to upgrade and stuff like that, just because as my characters got up in level and all this sort of stuff, it became much easier to clear this simulated universe at tier 2 difficulty very easily and consistently. Your blessing luck has been awful lately. Oh no. Now that my characters are getting close to level 70 and they all have a relic set with the correct main stat, mostly leveled up between 9 and 12, and I invested in their, what are they called, the talents, the traces and all this sort of stuff, I don't care about blessings very much. Unless I want to try hard it or do, you know, fun things. Because sometimes I would run wealth, Serval, and Himeko, and Bailu, and just get blessings for AoE damage. And it becomes crazy nonsense and it's fun. But especially if I am at work and I don't have time to pay a lot of attention to my phone while I'm pretending to work, I will just let pick 9 random abundance blessing, whatever they are. Make sure that I have Anatta available and just let the game decide for me. Oh my god, that was rough. I thought it had a lot of hit points, it got obliterated by her burst. There is one of the artifacts for Sealy that is always consistently so ass. And it's one of those with the fixed main stat. I don't remember if it's the head of the glove or the gloves. That every time that I drop one, it's awful. And those that are potentially decent always roll flat defense. It's very annoying. Especially because she's always my main damage dealer, so her having bad artifacts does not help me at all in the memory of chaos, which requires clearing within a very specific amount of turns if you want to get the reward. It's not something I care about now, because once we reach higher levels with our character, the early memory of chaos stages will be like a joke. So there is no need to try hard it now and invest resources too heavily. But still feels a little bit bad to see that I miss damage, like 1 or 2 turns to get extra stars. Can we end the fight now? Apparently not. No, not the one at 5% hit points, please! Oh, okay. Good job. I really thought she was going to hit the one at 5% hit points. We leave. We did not get the thing yet. Yeah, we need to walk outside first. It feels bad. Yeah, 4,600, so we need to do 3 rounds to actually get the rewards. Claim all, we get 2 of these, we get a pass. Oh, we get 4 of those actually. So next round we can grab some loot. Let's use... Sweet rewards. Let's use the pool, see if we get anything nice. Oh... Didn't look very shiny, this is blue. Oh, it's purple. A secret vow, okay. Fine, fine. Very far from 58. My guess is that to make it to 60, I will need probably 2 weeks. Probably. Something like that, very likely, yeah. Oh, there is going to be the new thingy today. Let's go to World 3. Let me just very quickly have a reminder of the relics in the later stages. Ultimate and follow-up attack increase. So, this would be very good for Himeko. This is the set for Jeopard. This one, I don't understand it at the moment. And this one is the set for basically wealth. In theory, it will be also the best in slot for Kafka. But this one, I really don't understand it. Because you get a ton of crit rate, but only for until the first attack. After entering battle. So it's literally on your first action, you have extra 60% crit rate. I don't believe we have any character right now who really needs this. I guess that if we had one who is like an Omega Nuker and it just wants to do that, maybe, but at the moment it looks very weird. And on 4 we have don't care about this set, don't care about this set. What's on 2 and 1? Oh, on 2 and 1 there is nothing. I really have a lot of pieces already from those 2 sets. Like this set I have a lot, many of them leveled up. This set I have a lot, and in both slots, like both the what is it called? The link rope and the planar sphere I have a lot. You know what? Let's run the 6, World 6. Just because this is generally very good for DPS characters. And if there is a universe in which I can get energy recharge from this set, my Jeopard will be extremely happy. The odds are not in my favor, but let's give it a try. Oh, this is the Cocolia fight, so I think we can run the same team. Should be okay. It's a bit higher level, but not that much higher. I would kinda like to bring Himeko, but my Serval is built better, and also playing Serval against Cocolia feels like better. It feels better lore-wise. Maybe I should have brought Jeopard. Like Bronia, Jeopard, Serval against Cocolia. There has to be an achievement for that. I've not run World 6 in a very long time. Because I wanted to build a nice stock of the relics from World 3. So World 6, after clearing it a couple of times in the beginning, I completely neglected it. Need to break all these things. Cowboy Potato, do you think you will be here Thursday? During my Kirara / maybe Yaimiko pulling session? Because if you may be here, I will definitely wait until you are online to start pulling. But if you're busy and you cannot be here, I will just pull for Kirara Yaimiko at the very beginning of the stream to see if I may have to build the Kirara or if she decides to skip my account. I really hope to get at least one Kirara. Because I don't have a lot of pools. I will have 30 something pools. I would say maybe 40, depending on 4-star copies. But I really hope to get Kirara. I want to play her with Milu. This one is a good blessing. Nothing to break? Really? Oh, here, okay. I bamboozled myself for a moment. Okay, let's see. This is a doll to vent extreme emotions on, made by Aha in their own likeness. They wish to see themselves beaten up. The worse the beating is, the happier they will get, and the more gold coins they will award you. Is not involved in the quality control process. Okay. Hit it hard. It does not react, and the number on the counter remains unchanged. You suck. Let's hit it again. Okay. The number on the counter slowly reaches 150. Okay. There are some times where it tells you that the number is 50, so you don't hit it. And that's the amount of things we get. Oh, the IOU dispenser. Yeah, I don't need the IOU dispenser. Man, I would be so happy for an energy recharge piece from the defense set. I would be so happy. Because energy recharge clearly is one of the most difficult things to get in the game. Energy recharge in the energy recharge piece, speeding the boots, and specific elemental damage planar spheres. But I got many planar spheres of all the different elemental varieties of damage, but very few energy recharge pieces. Very few. Although this one is nice too. But let's go the whale way. We get extra eidolons for all our characters. Let's get some rewards, please. Lightning damage. It's awful. Yeah. The problem is this. A damage over time dealer would be pretty happy with this. But a damage over time dealer would not be using this. So this is a completely botched piece. We get attack, break. Feels bad, man. And let's buy a level 1 blessing. Yes. Anatta. I always try to activate it as soon as I can, because it happened to me a couple of times that I did a run picking all the best blessing things, thinking, well, obviously by the time I make it to the boss I will have Anatta active. I did not have Anatta active by the time I made it to the boss, and I actually died on autoplay while I was at work. Like, I put down the phone with the screen facing the table, and I spent 10 minutes working. When I turned the phone face up, my character had all died. Because I did not have that blessing. And now when we no longer need those, we can try to fish for stuff that improves my damage, although at the moment we didn't get any, and it feels a bit bad. I think that I don't understand, especially with the Zerval, is sometimes there will be 3 enemies, and she will use her elemental skill on one of the sides, whereas if she used it on the one in the center, she would be dealing more damage. It's really weird. Yeah, I know, Bronya. Sometimes the AI is bullshit. What can we do? Bronya always does the correct thing. Welt always does the correct thing. Serval and Zili, not so much. And I've seen some very questionable things from Sushang as well. So, I don't know, maybe the support... the design of AI for the supports is good, but for the damage dealers, not so much. I have no idea. The only thing that Bronya does is sometimes she uses a bit too many skill points. If all the buffs are up, sometimes with Bronya you can just do a normal attack instead of using the buff again. But she will use it all the time if there is a skill point. Look! It had no hit points. A normal attack would have killed it. Can we get anything that is not destruction? Where are the hunt blessings? Yeah, let's lose hit points. Fine. Give me more of these, more of those, please. Oh, from here it looks so much like Paimon's Cloak. It's pretty much the same graphic effect as Paimon's Cloak. Not literally a copy-paste, but very, very similar. No. Well, let's do this. Oh, hold on a moment. I got a million messages on the phone. Oh, okay. It's just stuff for my wife, no worries. Like, it's just my wife telling me things about tonight's dinner and something that we need to do later this week at the bank. Because my worry in the morning, if I receive my 5 messages in a row from my wife, is that something happened in school with my daughter. Oh, and I think that I realized last week is that the chat need to be in a different place, or it's a little bit too much in the way. Although here it may be a little bit hard to read. Guess this may be a good place? Maybe? So I don't want to cover the damage that appears here, but I also don't want to cover my characters. And it looks to me like this area is a bit small for the chat. Maybe I can cut a bit here, put it like this. Oh, but part of the messages are cut. Ah, then we definitely need to keep it up here. Goes from school sense of dread. Yes. You are indeed correct. Sleepy Baloo, we can put her here. Here it's fine. Wait, he got all the buffs? Are we going to get one shot? Oh, okay. If school calls us in the morning, it cannot be good. There is literally nothing, no reason for which it can be good. Okay, we got 2 pieces. Let's start with these. Whatever. Ice damage boost. I mean, the stats are definitely good. I'm keeping it, but I don't think I will ever use this on Jeopard. I think I will basically always use a defense main stat piece, and I already have it. Please. Yeah. It's not the worst thing, because eventually we're going to get damage dealers that scale with defense. And when that happens, this is going to be a pretty decent piece. But for the time, it's just... we lock it, we leave it there, and we wait to see what happens in the future. I got the Curio that gives me more damage the more money I have, so I will not be talking with her to spend my cash. Can we one-shot them? I don't think so. Not even close. My expectations were a tiny bit too high. I'm too used to the farming expedition on the map. Monsters are fairly low level, and Serval one-shots them. So, in my mind, when I see a bunch of trench monster and Serval going elemental skill into elemental burst, I always expect the screen to be empty. Occurrence. Fine. We get more cash. Let's go to say hello to Cocolia. I've not done this fight on auto mode in a very long time. Let's see if we get bamboozled or if it's actually doable in auto play. Oh my god, 100k. I mean, the cool thing about the simulated universe is we see absolutely insane numbers that make no sense. That they don't really reflect what our characters are capable of. Kinda worried about one thing, which is I'm concerned that if the AI does not focus Bronya, we're going to die. I think I will play manually. Next one is going to be Serval. We have 2 skill points, so I want to go... No, she's already buffed. I want to go to City. What can happen in this kind of situation, and the reason why it's usually a better idea to kill Bronya, is this order is AoE from the pillar. Then Cocolia will do her stuff. Then Bronya will bring back Cocolia, who will do her stuff again. Sometimes it can be too much to handle. And if you can kill Bronya relatively early, then you don't need to worry about the rest of the fight. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of damage to take. We could go... Well, we could go to... Yeah, Serval, use normal attack, it should be enough to run it. Okay. I don't know what kind of blessing we got that she acts 25 million times in a row, but I guess it's cool. It's going to be the heal, but we can just deal damage to her. Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, I think this, at least for my characters, is a fight that it's a bit difficult to autoplay. If I actually play the game, it's easy. But if I let them do their thing automatically, it's... Let's use our burst. Oh my god, I did not read the damage. How much was it? Oh, almost 130k. No, there's an achievement for Serval defeating Cocolia. I didn't know that. Okay, well, these two are not very important for me. Hop. No, why it has to be S? Oh, everything is bad. We're getting some fodder, basically. Oh, but we can get it one more time. Ah, only one. And it's awful again. These could be good. On pretty much no one. Yeah, no one. So that is going to be recycled. That. Nah, that sucked so much. Clean. Oh, we got... Oh, the currency for the shop. And we need one more run to get the thing. What can I get from the shop? Nothing. Because I already got the max refinements for the hunt piece. And the other two, I'm not particularly interested in getting them and refining them for now. So I think that over the next few weeks I will just be saving these, so that if I want, I can get passes. And if suddenly we get a character who is either, you know, destruction or preservation, And the free 5-star is one of the best. I will give it to that character. Although it will take a while because it's basically 2 months almost to get a weapon. Because the first time that we clear the simulated universe, we get a lot of these tokens. But now we don't get as many. It feels a little bit bad. I want to check the achievement. What was it? Is it really for defeating Kokolia with... Yes. Makes sense. And messages? Oh, Serval. Hello, Serval. I finished writing my new song. Wanna have a listen? Receive an attachment. Demo final version never gonna change. Finalized. I want to put people's impression of my music on the poster for my next concert. Can't you contribute a comment or two, Sir Grandalot? I will think about it. Are we getting rickrolled? I'm sorry for being what? Oh, I'm sorry for being born a human. By itself, the sentence didn't make a lot of sense. Be serious. You keep thinking then. Make sure you... That disappeared too quickly. Make sure you let me know once you have thought this through. Okay. Oh, by the way, Kawaii Potato, I got the message from Pela where where she gets a little bit drunk. It made me laugh a lot. Dirty Pela. And then alcoholism secrets. Okay, we need to do one more. Since I do not have the energy to get the rewards, I will do World Free again just for the points. Let's do her. Let's bring this. You know what? There, free to play. By the way, free to play, free to play, free to play logos everywhere in shiny shiny letters. Because that's basically 90% of the thumbnails of videos for Honkai Star Rail on YouTube. It's going to take much longer. Rip my time, but we're definitely getting done. I wonder who Bronya will buff. Who will she prioritize? Serval, yeah. Go, Gigacock! We were dealing 40k with with Zeely. What is this downgrade? Oh my god, we're not getting anything. Like, they're not usable. These don't do anything for us. No, what? Okay, at least we got an abundance. Fine, let's stick with abundance. Yeah. I think I can clear everything with the Sushan serval. It's just that the fight with Jepper may be a little bit obnoxious. Because my build on Sushang is very bad. It's one of the characters that I need to improve. What is going on? The build on serval is not bad. Can I show it? Yes. Well, I can show it from here and it's easier. Crit rate is a little bit low, but, you know, it's not even that bad. She has a lot of attack. Traces are, for the most part, fine. But Sushang is a lot more questionable. A lot more questionable. And since I don't have Clara, I will definitely have to build Sushang a little bit better, but it takes very long to build characters in this game. Yo, Boomduck! Hello, Shy Knight! To do with what, Boomduck? What are you talking about? Did I miss a message up in the chat? Let's get mechanical box. This. Oh, if you link the something in chat, YouTube very often blocks it. And it's not my fault. It's a setting that exists by itself. And I cannot do anything about it for now. I will get a blessing, because we still have to activate... Oh my god. You've only summoned Mars and Sushan. No, feels bad, man. Feels really bad. Yeah, your message didn't show up, Boomdag. I don't know. Oh, you got Jeopard's Lightcon. Did you get it from the standard banner? I hope you didn't pull on the weapon banner. Because I told you, don't pull on the weapon banner. It's not worth it for your characters. This banner for me was pretty lucky because I didn't want to get Jingyuan, but I managed to get an extra constellation for Sushang and 2 constellations for Tingyun. You got Cillian and her license, that's pretty amazing. And for that thing, Boomdak, you can give it to... Wait, can main character wear it? Fire main character. Fine, let's get the Eidolon one. So Jeopard is preservation and fire main character is preservation. Give it to main character. That one is the best one for main character. Yeah, I saw it on Discord. Because your message did not appear here in the chat on YouTube, but I saw the screenshot that you sent me on Discord. Level it up and give it to main character. It's amazing for fire main character. Oh, we cannot get the reward, so let's keep going. Here in Star Rail I'm currently on saving mode because there are so many characters that I want in the next few patches. Yeah, I got the Tingyun. I got the Tingyun Lightcon. And I'm probably going to get that one every battle pass until I have high refinements. Fire main character is a support. It's the tanker. And it's very important. You are not clearing the later stages of Memory of Chaos without a tanker. Or an insane healer. But if you check the teams that people are using for Memory of Chaos, everyone, pretty much everyone, has either Jeopard or Fire main character. Go Gigaco! Yeah, I will probably do something similar to you, Shy Knight. I will try to get Silver Wolf the next patch, but I want to double check her kit when she's released, because my fear is that, especially without her signature Lightcon, she will not be a huge upgrade over a well-built Pela. And if that's the case, I will skip her, I will pull for Luocha without his Lightcon, And then I will save for Kafka, and then there is going to be Blade. So the next patch for me is very rough. The one that I got is this one, from the Battle Pass. It's very, very good for Tingyun. And as we get the extra implosions, everything gets better. So I'm expecting to have a Tingyun to carry this Lightcon pretty much all the time. But I don't think that I will get Luocha's Lightcon, because I really, really like this one. This is the one that we get, I think, from weekly bosses. It can drop, and a few other things. And this effect is so good. So good. Saving for Fushuan. Oh, Fushuan is another character that I want. I hope she will not be right after Blade. If the order is Silver Wolf, Luocha, Kafka, Blade, Fushuan, Wallet Kun will not be spending a very, a very good, will not be having a good time over the next few months. He will be very, very busy. Yeah, Silver Wolf feels like that. Like, it really helps with mono teams, and unfortunately, they change her kit from the beta. Like, she deals way more damage, her own damage, but she applies fewer debuffs. So, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Jingyuan came out at a bad time. We are in the early stages of the game. There are too many good characters to pull for, and he's, you know, main damage dealer of a team. And we will always have too many of those. Always. Obtain one courier, we lose hit points. Ah, that's fine. Yeah, let's get that one. There are some things where we use 2 damage dealers, but more often than not we have one who is a main damage dealer, one who is there to debuff, one who is a healer. You know, we always have more supports and sustain units. It's a bit the same problem that we have in Genshin Impact, that, you know, Hutao, Ayaka, Yaimiko, all those sort of characters, you have one in the team. And all the others are on the bench looking sad. When fully buffed, she deals a very nice amount of damage. Don't one-shot me. Yeah, and I think Jingyuan, in addition to what you're saying, also has a reliability issue, which is that there is no way to have his stuff activate at the time you want, because it goes in the timeline, and it activates from here. So there will be times where it doesn't trigger when you want, or it triggers too late and it feels wasted, and it gives me Eula vibes. And Eula is one of the characters that I regret the most pulling in Genshin Impact, because I don't like the way her burst works, and her burst is basically half of her kit. So the moment I saw the way Jingyuan's kit worked, I decided to skip him regardless of how good it was going to be. I may regret it in the future, and if that happens on a rerun, I will think about getting him, but I'm definitely more interested in characters like Luocha, Kafka, Blade, and maybe Silver Wolf, although Silver Wolf at the moment has a little bit of a question mark. Yeah, you're right. Lightning Lord doesn't get buffed by Bronian. So he deals a ton of damage, his animations are great, but We're getting us blasted here. Not a huge fan of any of the things that are happening right now. Yeah, it's a problem of having a team that deals less damage than usual. I think we should be okay for the Jeopard fight. Not sure why I'm taking so much damage though. Usually I don't take so much around this stage of the game. Sushan has the problem that against enemies that are weak to physical damage, she's incredible, and against others, she feels like ass. It's really a shame, because there are some other characters like Serval that, even if the enemy is not weak to lightning, Serval will deal a nice amount of damage. Because she applies a shock, she deals extra damage to enemies affected by shock. She's pretty good from that point of view. Sushan? I don't know, maybe once I build her a bit better, she will feel better. Erudition at the moment is pretty underwhelming. Unless an erudition character is busted and can deal a lot of single target damage, feels a little bit underwhelming, yeah. Oh, I don't have that, so... They're still useful because most boss fights summon a lot of trash. And having a character who can quickly clear the trash while at the same time dealing damage to the boss can actually be pretty useful. But if a boss fight lasts very long, it really feels bad to have an erudition character that deals peanut amount of damage to the boss. No, I didn't play... I did not build Danheng because in the beginning, when the resources were very low, I used them all for Sealy, because I got her basically on the first or second day. And so I built Sealy. And after getting her, there were many other characters that I wanted to build, and I put Danheng a little bit, you know, on the backlog of characters to build. And then I found the leaks about Blade, who is going to build Wind Destruction Damage Dealer. So I know that Blade is probably 2 months away from now, roughly, maybe a bit more than that. But I'm sure that after I build him, I will never use Danheng. So I don't want to spend resources building him right now. And for the fight, when I need wind damage, I build Sampo. My Sampo is not built super well, but he's still pretty decent and he's amazing at breaking shields. So I decided to build a Sampo for wind damage. And it's going to work very well with Kafka, unless her kit changes too much. She lost 50-50 on Sealy. Who did you get? Hopefully not Himeko. As an owner of an Eidolon 1 Himeko with a Superimposition 2 weapon, I really hope you didn't get Himeko. Oh, Yanchin is very good. Okay, that's good. Himeko is so bad. I used the guarantee on her, and I got her again almost instantly, because of course it was going to happen. Oh, that Serval is so much better than Himeko, it's not even close. But Yanqing is very good. Have I already unlocked an Atta? I don't remember. You got Bronya and Sealy together. But they're always together. It makes sense lore-wise. Oh, wait. Hunt Destruction? Yeah, let's get Hunt, for sure. Nice. Okay, let's see if this slightly trash team can get it done reasonably quick. It's 10 for me, exactly 10 o'clock. Let's see how long it takes on autoplay. I'm not worried about Serval's amount of damage, it's good. I'm more concerned about this. Checkmate, Sir Grandelot. We are going to be here forever. But no, all the enemies in this fight are weak to physical damage, so she should be doing quite okay. It's just a pity that a huge chunk of her power level is locked behind her first Eidolon. Because she's very skill point hungry, but her first Eidolon gives her an extra skill point every time she attacks someone who is with the broken weakness. So basically she attacks for free. Oh, Welt was your first 5-star, that's great. Welt is really good. He was not my first 5-star, he was one of my last ones, and I was so happy to get him. Because, well, in addition to be good against imaginary enemies that are weak to imaginary, you can just build him as an insane debuffer, and he's such a good character. You can fit him in almost every team. A little bit like Pela, but Welt is better than Pela, because the speed debuff is incredible. And his animation is glorious, even though it doesn't deal a ton of damage. Not bad. Yeah, I'm not sure why they decided to delay imaginary characters so much. He's going to be the only imaginary character until the second half of the next patch with Luocha. And then it's probably going to be another 2 patches until we get another imaginary characters that are already been leaked. It's really weird. But at least we are starting to get a good selection to begin with, because Welt fits in pretty much every team as a debuffer. Then Luocha is going to be a healer, meaning that you can fit him in any team that needs a healer. The next one is going to be a damage dealer, and that's basically an imaginary damage team all by itself, already fully built. We're also missing some extra quantum characters at the moment. I don't think we're going to die. Oh, yeah, exactly. She's going to be an imaginary element buffer. I guess the idea is... no, sorry, quantum. I read the 2 messages and my brain put them together, yeah. For Kawaii Potato, Fushuan is going to be quantum. And Yukong, yeah, should be imaginary and she should be a buffer who deals a bit of damage. So it's going to be a more offensive Ting Yun. Although we have to see him when she's released, because, you know, they could always change the characters after the beta. Fushuan's kit looks very cool. Very, very cool. Basically, Fushuan looks like Jeopard but quantum instead of ice, and scaling with hit points instead of defense. But same function, just a very different kit, and Fusion looks very, very solid. Yeah, getting a free imaginary character would be very nice. And I'm kinda expecting it to happen because so far MiHoYo has been very generous in this game compared to Genshin Impact. GG Jeopard, you have been BTFO, and it took 7 minutes with Sushang instead of Sealy, so not too bad actually. And I believe that was the last one that I needed for the reward. Yeah. Yeah. And I believe there is nothing in the shop that I need to get, right? Nothing here, nothing in the Embers Exchange. Okay. I need to double check because we're getting close to the end of the month, and in Genshin Impact this month I forgot to check the shop. So my discounted pools in Genshin Impact were still in the shop and it felt omega bad. For new elements I'm not sure, because we already have a lot. For new relics, yeah, 100%. The way it's going to work is we dump an insane amount of energy building our characters' relics over the course of months, and then we release new sets that are better than what we currently have, so that we, that we have another way to dump energy over and over and over again forever. Abundance main character and they are imaginary. It could be. It could be. Friends... It's a bit annoying that we can still get friends requests when our list is full. I want to share with you the least degenerate Asta fan, who of course is on my friend list. Let me see if I can find him. As he witnessed the glory. I mean, it's moderately degenerate, but I've seen worse. Is there anyone who is inactive? Oh, 4 days ago, I think. Okay. Friend request. Let's go with this one. Just because Bailu. So we grind even more. Yeah, that's the purpose. Always having something to do. Yeah, Himeko is... I'm Fatum Albibed at the moment. She's a minor upgrade over Herta. Very, very minor. And she's only good against fights with multiple enemies that are all weak to fire. Under that situation, she's good. But that's a very limited scenario. Very, very limited. Whereas, I was mentioning earlier, someone like Serval, who we get for free, she's amazing against characters that are weak to Electro, but she's still pretty good against everyone else. Let me see. What do we fight today? No. I want to enter the new one. Yeah. Asta fans have been growing. They've been growing. Why do you want to give me a trial Jeopard? I did not read what's going to happen in this fight. I did not read it at all. Let's use the same team and see what happens. Not weak to imaginary, huh? Oh, what do I have on Sampo? Is he naked? He is indeed naked. I don't want to waste time equipping you, Sampo. I'm very sorry. Very, very sorry. Bronya and Bailu. Yeah, she could become a bit better, but at the same time, even Hook becomes better. So, like, the main damage dealer in a team with Hook and Himeko is Hook. And it feels a bit bad when the 5-star with a signature 5-star light cone is worse than a 4-star with a 4-star cone. It really feels bad. Something like Hook, Himeko, Silverwolf, and, you know, a sustained character who could be a fire healer in the future, or fire main character, but by herself it's a bit difficult to be a good team. Hook, you say? Oh boy. Hook is glorious. And not just for the characterization. Hook is legitimately very good. You can clear everything in the game with Hook as the main damage dealer. The thing with a character like Hook is that she's supposed to be a single target damage dealer, but she's actually pretty okay at AoE because of her talent. So she can do many things at the same time, whereas Himeko is a one-trick pony, and sometimes her trick does not even work very well. Yeah, it's very sad. Yeah, in terms of design, she's gorgeous, but unless we start to have fights with like 20 enemies or stuff like that, or you know, a situation in which she would be good is a boss that summons stuff every other turn or every turn. In that case, Himeko's stock go up. But at the moment, the bosses tend to summon stuff very rarely. She will always be S tier in everyone's heart. Yes, that's true. I just wish I didn't use my guaranteed on her. Be prepared. Terrifying screeching. If I could go back in time a couple of weeks, I would have used my guaranteed for Clara. She's the only character that I'm missing, and she's very, very good. And if that was the case, I would probably not have built Sushang. I would have built Clara, and the resources that I used on Himeko would have gone on Hook. Overall, I think it would be better. Yeah, I used it on Himeko. So on the standard banner I got Jeopard, followed by Bronya, followed by Yanchin, followed by Wealth. And then I wanted to get Himeko, because I really, really liked her. I was a bit tempted by Clara, but I was like, no, let's get Himeko. And I definitely regret it. Bronya E1, Jeopard or Bailu? Out of those I will... Oh, you're going to pull for Luocha. So maybe Bailu is not super high... super high priority. I don't even know what's the Eidolon for Bronya. What does her Eidolon 1 do? When using skill, there is 50% chance of recovering 1 skill point. Nah. Don't. Jeopard is very good, Bailu is very good. Either of those two options are great. But don't get this Eidolon. No. What's true? Target ally speed increases by 30%, lasting 1 turn. If this was her first Eidolon, maybe. But the first Eidolon being this, nah. Well, if you pull on Watcher's banner because you want a healer and you end up getting Bailu, it's actually pretty okay. Oh, good. This is the one that we can replace, I believe. Yes. I'm pretty sure I got a gold one today. Yes. Let's compare. Is this good for anyone? No. Am I ever going to use it? I'm thinking if I want to use it as fodder. Oh, but the one that I have on Natasha is not leveled. So we do a transfer uni. Switch, followed by switch. And we will need to level this one up a little bit. So, do I have any chest that is usable from this set? Crit rate, defense, no. So I'm sorry, Bilo, you're going to be stuck with this chest for a while. And I guess we'll level this one up a bit. Hopefully we roll at hit point percentage a million times. Do I have any leveled up trash? Not really. Let's start with this. Oh, you already have Yanchin, right. In that case, the Jeopard is probably... Why is it level 10? What happened? I suddenly have the feeling that mistakes were made. What did I recycle? Oh my god. I clearly recycled a leveled up relic that was not this one. Oh my god. Am I missing anyone? Anyone's relic? She didn't have anything, so that's fine. What the hell happened? Other characters are not built. Okay, hold on a moment, because I'm monitoring the situation from the phone. So I can go back in time on my phone to see what was recycled. If it was not locked, it was a piece of garbage. But I'm deeply concerned right now. Let's see, what was it? I'm almost there, guys, don't worry. Because unfortunately scrolling on YouTube from the phone is not ideal with my thumbs. My thumbs are fairly beefy. Here, have a look at Glorious Bronia while I find out what happened. Okay, I clicked on Enhance. 3-star or below. Oh, it's because I had a... Oh, everything is good. Everything is good with the world. I can tell you what happened, guys. I had... where is it? Enhance. More than 100 of the basic component of this. More than 100. And he gave it a ton of XP. That's why I made it to 10. So it didn't throw away a leveled up artifact. It was just that farming the simulated universe over and over and over again, every day, every week, I got enough to level this one up a lot. Thank God. How did it troll? It trolled in the worst possible way. It skipped the hit point percentage all the time. I want to make it to 12, or is there anything else that I would like to level up on other characters? Eventually I need to level up this stuff for Zeely. But then it rolled so bad. Bronia. This one needs to go to 15 as well. Yeah, let's level up these. Please? Well, there are 2 stats that I would like, and we really got so many bad rolls. we can stop at 12 just because going above 12 is so expensive. Oh my god, come on. What are these S rolls? 1 in crit rate, 1 in speed, everything else in flat hit points. Really? Other things are fine for now. Can level this one up to 9. Going to 9 is not very expensive. Yeah, with Jeopardy depends how well he's built. Break effect, fine. Not really fine, but I would have preferred flat hit points, but whatever. Because a well-built Jeopard can give you an insane amount of shield and you don't even need a healer in the team, but it takes a bit of resources. Here we're at 11. 11 and... I think we can make it to 12 here, yeah. We got effect resistance on a healer, it's fine. How is the hit point situation? 5,300, let's go Bailu. Bronia's relics, let's see. This one is awful and rolled 25 times in flat defense. This one is the worst thing. These are not bad and they're rolled decently, but they're already at 15. This one didn't roll very well. Eventually this one needs to go higher, eventually this one needs to go higher. The problem is that going from 12 to 15 takes an insane amount of resources. Really, really insane. Yeah, that one is a nice touch. I liked it. But like having the tank at the edge is actually better because of the AoE splash from enemies. It's a very, very minor thing, but I like that it's in the game. Now, do we build him a little bit better? Can I give anything extra? Like, let me check. No, not really rarity. I want to see just the Musketeer set, if I can give her a full golden set. Because this piece is not bad. This one, effect hit rate... No, this is terrible for her. I mean, they're both pretty bad, actually. So let's say that these two are pretty comparable. I have this piece, which is very good. It's on Bronia. Not even that good, but... Huh. Huh. Your Asta has died twice next to the tank. Usually have Bronya next to my healer. The order for me is always Bailu, Bronya, and then the 2 damage dealers. Here there is something that slightly activates my almonds. Here we have crit damage. Here we have crit damage. And she doesn't need, well, defense. She doesn't need the crit rate. She doesn't care too much about this. There is a chance that this will roll in crit damage more. If it does get more crit damage, we can give it to Bronya. And this one we give it to Sushang. And Sushang has a piece here that is decent. And she has boots that are pretty bad. But we do not have anything else, so... Let's try to hashtag believe. No, I don't have a... I have never farmed the wind set. Never. I did not touch that Cavern of Corrosion at all. I use 4 pieces of this on Bronia. And... I did a few runs actually last week on stream in that domain because I wanted 2 pieces for Sampo. Where is Sampo? I have literally 2 pieces on Sampo. One here, one is currently on Pela, it's wrong. I only have these 2 pieces. Ideally, of course, I would like to have this set in full on Bronya, but it's going to take a while. I want to try. Because today, I feel slightly as blasted by the RNG gods, and I think we deserve an apology from them. The apology will come in the form of this. We level this one up. Okay. It's going to roll in crit damage 1,000,000 times. No crit damage, but we got speed, which is okay. Can we go to 12? Please, crit damage. Speed again is actually quite okay. Let's compare the 2. Yeah, we can switch them. So we can do this switch. It's a little bit better for Bronya. Like a very minor improvement in crit damage, but more importantly, the extra speed. And then we can do a switcheroo here. And we level it up. And if it throws crit damage 1,000,000 times, it can go to Bronya. It completely dodged the crit damage forever. Not even once. It did not even try to touch crit damage. Hello, Maret. Yeah, the 4-piece wind is very good. On Bronya and on a lot of characters, really. But I have not farmed it at all. No, wait a moment. Should I do a switch? At least Bronya gets some crit damage. Man, the piece that is on Bronya is so bad, I never noticed it. Oh my god. The piece on Bronya for the hat is awful. Did you arrive the moment I completely fumbled a relic level up? I will not blame you, but... you know... What time is it? 10:30. Today we'll have to leave a little bit earlier. Just a little bit. So I will be killing a bunch of stuff. Do a little bit of a farming route. With... definitely not with Zeely. We have Wealth. Wealth is fine. Well, let's go with her. Backing away slowly. Yeah, today, actually not just today. From Saturday until today, every relic that I leveled up was S. Absolute S. So I guess I will need to just farm them and keep them there and wait for a few days. Although, maybe it's the recycling day. Wait a second. I want to go to V's tab. Because I'm sure I have a lot of garbage that I can recycle. Like these 2 are unusable. This is awful. I don't want to see that ever again. How much do we have? 50. So, if I could find another 5 pieces of garbage to recycle, we could try to snipe a good gold piece. Man, this piece could be so good for Luocha if it rolled well. I mean, any piece with a flat attack attack percentage could be very good for Luocha, but it has to roll well. I'm not completely understanding the utility of this set for now. You cannot remember your Genshin password. That feels bad. hit point chain. This one we need to keep it. This one need to keep it. Need to keep it. Remember, I sent it to you. Oh yeah, a very long time ago. I believe so. It should still be there. Not really anything that I want to completely obliterate right now. So let's not be too hasty. Because if my assumption is correct, and I need roughly 2 weeks to make it to level 60, during the next 2 weeks I will be farming a lot of relics. Which means I will have fodder, I will have a lot of garbage to recycle, and I will be crafting a few pieces here and there. And doing this every day for quite some time, now I pretty much remember the location of every monster on all maps. It's only Space Liyue that occasionally bamboozles me, but more often than not, I do not get lost. Why is Welt on number 4? Bailu should be number 4. You're welcome, Marret. It's a decent amount of daily XP. I will probably be leaving around 11 today, which is half an hour from now, because I have a few things to do. So, I guess that I will have enough time to do, well, the Herta Space Station pretty much for sure. I'm not too sure about Jarilo 6. Definitely not Space Liyue, like 0 chances of that happening in half an hour. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there's another one here, and then we change the area. I'm starting to slowly grow fond of Bronia's attack to start the fight. Just because it's instant and it's long range, it's very convenient. I think that for the what's it called? For the wind set for Bronya, I could do something like never farm that domain ever, and just get a crit damage chest and speed boots from the component that we get from the battle pass over the course of 2 months. I believe I have the other 2 already. The hat and the gloves. So irrespective of substat, at least I would have a full set on Bronya, but it's not something that I want to worry about right now. Okay, that's done. Let's keep going. Hello, Bubble. Yeah, on one hand it still feels weird that the instant you press a button, like she's already shooting, you don't see her pulling out the gun. It's like the character in The Preacher that pulls out the guns. No, he starts shooting and you don't even see him pulling out the gun. The Saints of Assassins. And Bronny is the same. You don't see her pull out the gun. You just see her shooting. Now I want to... I want to reread the old Preacher series. Not watch the TV show. The TV show was one of the worst things. But the comic book was amazing. Probably one of my favorites. She's a GTA main character. A little bit, yes. I don't... It's definitely a random feeling. But if you know Barret from Final Fantasy VII, every time that I go to, you know, this location, the town... oh, I don't want to teleport there. But the town on Jarilo 6, I have the feeling that that town would be the ideal place for a character who looks like Barret from Final Fantasy VII. I'm 100% expecting MiHoYo to eventually release a character like that. It will not happen, but in my brain it would make so much sense. Here everything is done. We can go to Jarilo 6. Here. This is my favorite map. It's a line. You kill the monsters without having to go left and right and turn and do other weird things. Like on one hand it looks underwhelming, but it's also very convenient. You'd roll for Barret. Everyone would roll for Barret. Man, if MiHoYo ever released a character who is a beefy black guy who is missing an arm and he has a gun in place of the arm, the Final Fantasy fans will go absolutely crazy. There will be rioting in the streets. They would personally sue MiHoYo. Man, Barret in the original Final Fantasy VII was great. I've not touched the remake because it's like in 25 episodes, and I'm probably going to be dead before the whole series is released. But in the original, Barret was so great. Yeah. Zelda fans and Final Fantasy fans will finally unite to fight MiHoYo. I'm surprised we do not have any other characters like the one from Horizon Dawn, whatever it's called. The one that I always say she's not a character of Genshin Impact, and I always refuse to play her. Aloy. Because there are many possibilities to include collaboration characters that would fit well in the world of Genshin Impact, and they've not done it. It's something that in Guardian Tales they have done many, many times, and it always works well. When they did the collaboration for Slayer in Guardian Tales, I was so happy. Because since I was a kid, I always wanted to play the characters of Slayers in a video game. And in Guardian Tales, I now have Lina Inverse that I can play. And not like in Dota, that you play Lina, you know, the fake version. The renamed version. No, in Guardian Tales, it's her. It's really, really her. It made me so happy. Aloy is completely out of place. She looks awful. She doesn't look like a Genshin Impact character at all. Slay, yeah, They put the main characters of Layers as pullable characters in Guardian Tales. And man, it was so good. There was a cool event with a story about the characters of Slayer being teleported in the world of Guardian Tales and having to find a way out. And the story was actually well done. It was not a throwaway thing. Oh, not focusing too much, I got lost. And everyone liked it. I mean, the only people who didn't like it are those who didn't manage to get the weapon for Lina. Because, unfortunately, the collaboration was a limited time event, and when the collaboration was over, Lina and her weapon were not added to the standard banner. And people were not very happy about it. But eventually the collaboration was rerun, so people who didn't get Lina on the original run got her on the rerun, or got her weapon. So everyone eventually was happy. And they did it for a few hour collaborations as well. I would be so happy about a Demon Slayer collaboration in Genshin Impact. I don't think characters would fit very well in terms of design, but it would make me so happy. Because all the main characters of Demon Slayer are so funny. I mean, if we cannot play Genshin Impact with our characters wearing a boar hat while being completely naked, like, why even leave? Why even play Genshin Impact? One day. Probably not that, though. I don't think it will be a good fit. Your brother would like that, yeah. He would be great. Fairy Tail or Black Clover? Yeah, both would fit, yeah. That would fit pretty well. You know, on Honkai Star Rail, the design of people is very realistic. And I think that you can use anime characters from any anime that looks very realistic. Look at this guy for a moment. Think about Kira from Death Note. Give him an ability that during the burst he takes out his diary and he writes the name of the enemy, and then there is a giga explosion, the guy has a heart attack or whatever. It would be workable. But then there are characters like, I don't know, Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball, many other that, like, you could make them fit, but they would feel out of place in terms of design. Like, it would not make sense to have Goku here, but I could totally see someone like Kira in a game like this, especially one that is turn-based. Man, I would pull that one so much if the burst animation had the diary. As long as it didn't look as like the Netflix adaptation. The Netflix adaptation of Death Note. Oh my god. Even my testicles are cringing at the thought of a Death Note by Netflix. That had to be one of the worst things ever. I always thought that M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar was one of the worst things ever, but Netflix Death Note was embarrassing. It was beyond bad, it was embarrassing. The live action of Dragon Ball, ooh. Between the live action of Dragon Ball and Netflix Death Note, it would be tough, because both are embarrassing and they pay absolutely no respect to the original material. Like, it looks like they were made by people who never read or watched the original material. They just had an idea of what it was like. Grand Blue Fantasy characters would fit with their game. Yeah, they could, yeah. Truly shameful. Yeah. Because I can understand them trying to make a money grab, but in order to grab money, you need to make things that have some value. Just a glimmer of value has to be there, or people will not spend their money. No, no, don't go away, don't go away. Well, the Japanese or Korean, I'm not sure, but the Japanese live action of Death Note is pretty okay. That one I found it quite okay. I still prefer the original anime, but that live adaptation was okay. I believe they did one for Parasite. I believe. But if they did, I have not watched it. Yeah, the CGI was a bit meh, that's true. Parasite is one of my favorite anime/mangas ever. So, if they did a live action, I probably refused to watch it just out of sheer terror. Rurouni Kenshin. Ah, that's a name I've never heard. Let me open Firefox. I recognize the characters because I think some people mentioned it to me, but I never watched it. Is that the one with the good live action live adaptation? It's a classic. Oh my god, and I never watched it. I feel bad. The first live action movie is glorious. Then I will definitely check it out. I'm checking on Firefox, by the way. I'm having a look. Later I will go on my secret illegal Russian website where I can watch anime and other things of which I totally own the original copies, by the way, so there is no copyright infringement there. Legal, mandatory legal disclosure. Super special scene, yes. Here we have some stuff to kill. Wait, what's the time? Okay, almost 11. Can kill a few more things, then it will be time for me to leave. Every time that I mention Parasite, I want to rewatch it. Even though I know it basically line by line by memory. It was such a good anime. And the slight rage bait ending that ended up not being rage bait was so well done. Only 10 minutes left. Yeah, but this morning for me it's pretty flexible. I need to leave a little bit earlier, but if like at 11 I only have 10 monster packs to kill, I can do it. But I cannot leave at 12 like I often do. That would be way too late for me today. A manga for which, well, anime. An anime for which that I always have in a soft spot in my heart, even though it's not very good, is Mirai Nikki. The what's the English name of Mirai Nikki? Future Diary? I don't remember the English name. It should be Future Diary or Murder Diary. What the hell? What's the English name? Let me check it very, very quickly. Mirai Nikki. Future Diary. Okay, okay. That one was really bad. but it was also really good. It's always so difficult for me to evaluate it. Part of the ending that they had to do made no sense and it was awful. The animation was awful. Like the anime... You've heard about it but never looked into it. It's a very weird anime to define. It's very, very weird. It's one of the first, if not the first anime that center the series completely around the Hunger Game idea, that kind of thing. The drawings are awful. It really looks like a low-budget series. And the animation is pretty bad. And the story doesn't make any sense. But all the rivals, all the enemies have such good characterization. And some of their stories are very, very good. Some of the fights are cool. It's an anime of highs and lows. Like, when it's good, it's really good. When it's bad, it makes you wonder what the hell are you watching. I always had a soft spot in my heart for that anime. And Yuno Gazai is great. Yuno is absolutely great. My wild guess is that they were not having high expectation for a battle royale anime, so they invested very little money compared to what they could achieve. Because if the main story was developed a little bit better, with less nonsense, and the animation was better, I think Future Diary Mirai Nikki could have been a hit, a huge, huge hit. Criminally underrated. Which one? But Mirai Nikki, I wouldn't necessarily call it underrated. It's just that it's difficult to define. A lot of people watched it, and everyone who watched it knows this is not very good, but there is something very, very good about it. It's like a diamond in the rough, but there is too much rough around it. That's the best way for me to describe it. And the closest comparison for me to Mirai Nikki would be No Game No Life. No Game No Life is very well done. Very, very well done. It's still not really a battle royale, but, trials, one by one after the other. Very good animation, very good story, very smart characters. And maybe one day before 2050, we will have a new season of No Game No Life, hopefully. And Mirai Nikki needed just a little bit more love. Just a little bit. The bad CGI bear. Golden Kamui, bad CGI bear. Hold on a moment. CGI bear. Oh no! The CGI bear is awful. I literally typed the Golden Kamui CGI bear. There are 25 million images, and it looks like it's the worst thing in the history of mankind. I will have to look into it. With millions of Reddit discussions about the CGI there. School Rumble, English dub. I don't think I've ever watched that one. The problem is there are so many anime and so many mangas that it's difficult to keep up with everything. I mean, it's literally impossible. It's millions of hours of entertainment, and a little bit of selection has to be done. The rest of the anime is good. But, there are many seasons. Written and illustrated by Satoru Noda. I've already heard that name. What did he do? Golden Kamui, Golden Kamui, Golden Kamui. More Golden Kamui. Did he only do Golden Kamui, which I don't know? Wikipedia. Oh yeah, he pretty much only did that. Weird, because I have never read it, and I've never watched the anime, but I've heard his name for sure. Another comedy. Oh, okay. It's cool Rambo. If it's an old comedy, maybe I watched it. Rumble anime. No. No, I don't remember ever watching. I don't recognize the characters. 2002, 2008. Well, kinda old, not super, super old. Cause when I think of old anime and manga, I think of the 80s. So something in the 2000s for me is still relatively new. Toro Kedoro. The name doesn't ring a bell. Mud Sludge in English? Yeah, I've never seen that one either. But the cool thing is that later all these names were going to be saved in the YouTube chat forever. So I will check it out. I will check the YouTube chat later. I will write down all the names and I will have a look at all these. The first one will probably be the CGI Bear series because I'm really curious to see what the hell was that. Hopefully it's fewer episodes than Naruto, One Piece and the others. Man, I started to really dislike that anime format. The one that just keeps going and going and going forever. I want 24, 32 episodes, season done. And it's either the end of the anime or it's the end of the season and the next one is going to be a bit later on down the line. That's my only beef with Death Note, by the way. For me, the series should have ended when L gets killed. That would have been a very cool ending of the series. Maybe they could have, developed a little bit the fact that Kira makes a mistake, whatever, he gets cooked, something like that. If they didn't really want to end the series with the end of the main... It's difficult for me to define L, because the main character is not really L, and he's supposed to be the good guy, so I cannot call him the antagonist. But whatever. The point is that the second part, where it's basically a copy-paste of the first half with just another investigator and Kira making some mistakes, felt a bit redundant. It's weird and dark without too much melodrama. Definitely sounds interesting. Weird for sure, because when I put the name on in Firefox, the images that showed up were very, very strange indeed. But not having an idea of what it's about means that I will have to watch it a bit. But nowadays, people who are young, how do they catch up with anime? Because it's just endless. There is no way to catch up. We just need to accept the fact that over the course of our life we will never manage to watch all the anime and read all the manga that we may actually enjoy. Because if we talk about mainstream movies, like, you know, Hollywood movies, Bollywood movies, whatever. There is like two that are good each year, and the rest is mostly trash. Either because they are badly written or because they are political propaganda. So there is not a lot of a catch-up to do when it comes to movies. But anime and manga, there is an endless flow of stuff that could be worth reading, but it's just the time that is missing. The gore happens casually. Buff server, but we cannot one-shot these, unfortunately. Ah, feels bad. Feast of the North Star. Man, I was shocked when not many years ago, it must have been 2 or 3 years ago, I mentioned Feast of the North Star to some young person and they didn't know about it. They've never heard of it, they never watched it, they've never seen it. I was so upset. Like, for me it's a mandatory thing. You need to have watched it or read it or at least have an idea of what it is about. Feast of the North Star was probably the first kinda more serious anime that I watched when I was a kid, a very little kid. I mean, at 5 or 6 I was already watching it. And because most of the anime around the time were things like Dragon Balls or robot cartoons and stuff like that. But the theme of Feast of the North Star and the way in which characters are developed and they interact with each other is a lot more mature. It felt very, very different at that time. And it was easily one of my favorites. Because the characters felt more realistic compared to other animes. And also the fights were incredible. Yeah, at least one. One of the first anime you've ever watched. Yeah, it's the same for me. I was too little to clearly remember which one was the first one. But, you know, Devilman, King of the North Star, Dragon Ball, all those animes that were released end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s, where it was possible to watch them on TV at that time, like on cable TV. And I was watching some of them daily. Without knowing about Hamtaro. Hamtaro was great. Yeah, Hamtaro. That was so funny. It looked silly. Like, if you watch the animation, you would think, oh, fuck, this is like for 2-year-old kids. And then you follow the story and the episode, and it's actually fun. I had a friend who, like me, was into anime. And when Hamtaro started to show up on TV, I was telling me, it's fun, you should watch it. And he was like, no, that's for little kids. I don't want to watch a bloody hamster. No, it was good. It was really good. Yeah, some of Kenshiro's games over the course of years have been good. Some have been bad. I still have a very sour taste in my mouth from the first Feast of the North Star game on the Sega Mega Drive. It was either released in the late 80s or early 90s, and the difficulty curve of that game was insane. Absolutely insane. It made no sense. And it didn't look very good, the animations were not good, but you know, you were Ken, going around maps killing stuff, but it was not a very well designed game. You have not heard that name in ages. I got slightly lost. Oh, no, I didn't get slightly lost. I clearly came here to recharge the technique points. Haha, checkmate. People who thought that I was getting lost. I was completely lost there. Oh. Here. Ah, it's about time to leave. Yeah, the time is almost come. I think I will clear this area of Space Leisure. Yeah, it's 11, exactly. Minutes past 11, that's even worse. It's a bit like a Gremlins. Don't feed there after midnight and don't let Sir Grindalot leave after 11 today. But it's reasonable, like 10-15 minutes later. Today is fine. I cannot leave a map in half. Like, I started this stage of Space League. Yes, 7 past 11. Rip. I started this stage of Space League. I need to do the rest. There is not a lot left. It's just this area. It's like 7 or 8 fight, I think. Did I get the wrong teleport? I think I got the wrong teleport. Yeah, the other one is closer. I was not meta there. I'm sorry, guys. I disappointed you all. I know that you log into my stream for my absolutely optimal meta play in any game, and I let you down. I went to a wrong teleport. Distract 7-11. Always open 7-11. Let's go. Distracted by all anime talks. Yeah, well, even relatively newer anime talks. But it's a good topic. It's a very good topic. Because there's a lot of entertainment to be had in anime. Unfortunately, my generation, I was born in the early 80s, very early 80s. We were raised by parents for whom an anime was a cartoon, and cartoons were just for kids. So a lot of people, my generation, were raised thinking, no, I don't want to watch cartoons, they're made for kids. And so they missed out on a lot of good entertainment over the course of the years. Because there are a ton of anime, really a ton, that are way better than TV shows. Like, they take a shit into most, if not all, TV shows. But for some people, there are cartoons, they're for kids. You forgot the gameplay, just enjoying the chat. Later half of 80s here. Oh, you're a youngling. You're a young... Not really youngling. If you're later half of 80s, you're just a little bit younger than me. Just a little. Is there any TV show that I would get over anime like Death Note and Parasite? Because if I had to give you my two favorite animes, it would be those two. Death Note and Parasite. Is there any TV show I would prefer over those? You know, the good old, you are stranded on a remote island and you can only bring a thing with you. Would it be a TV show? Which could it be a very good TV show? 10 heroes when we're growing up, yes. There have been many TV shows, but not some that I would take over a good anime. If we talk about the really mainstream stuff that everyone knows, Breaking Bad is overall a very good series, but it had some very deep lows over the course of its many seasons. Like, people remember the good moments, but there were some episodes that around the center of the episode you wanted to skip it. And everyone knows what happened to the Throne, the Game of Thrones, that the last 2 seasons were the absolute pits. And there have been other TV shows that were great for a while and then they became ass, like Dr. House, Medical Division, X-Files. Gurren Lagann, that's a great one. That's a really, really great one. But Berserk, I think anyone who enjoyed Berserk will never recover from the loss of the man behind it. That was a really, really huge loss. Gurren Lagann, great. That was a very fun anime. You're glad it went mainstream. Yeah, eventually people started to realize that there was something more than that. I think, I may be wrong, but I think that when in the 90s, it started in the 80s, I believe, or early 90s, cartoons like The Simpsons made adults realize that cartoons can be entertaining for everyone. It just depends on how they are written. Because adults can enjoy The Simpsons sometimes even more than kids. Because the humor of, especially the early seasons of The Simpsons, it's great for an adult. And I think that over the course of the years, it made people realize, let's check more stuff. Maybe there is more than that. And yeah, there is a lot more than that. And once you start checking out anime, there is a lot of good stuff. I just realized that I got so scarred by the last episode of the original Evangelion series that when I think of my favorite anime series, I do not immediately think of Evangelion, although it's up there. The problem is the last episode was... everyone got blue-balled in the world when that last episode was released. Like, the blue ball effect was spread all around the world. And no one ever recovered from that. And to this day, when I think of my favorite anime series, it does not immediately come up to my mind, although it is. Like, if I think of the whole series from beginning to the end, Evangelion is up there. The first one, the very, very original one. Just the last episode, I wish it was directed by a human being, not by a barely sentient AI. It was like, what? Yeah, like... I can understand that they wanted to go with a sort of a gacha moment. It was all just a dream. Not really a dream, but, you know, it was not true all along and all the sort of stuff. But the way they did it was... jarring, to say the least. It's a pity, because it ruined an anime that, apart from that, was incredible. For when it was released, the animation of Evangelion was incredible. So gorgeous. And Asuka, best girl forever. Every other girl forever BTFO. There is no comparison. Prove me wrong, pro tip you can. Although even Rei... Beyond the similar effect on you. I think probably in terms of TV shows, the ending of Lost created the same effect, because to this day people are still scarred by how Lost ended. And I think the ending of Lost is pretty much the TV show equivalent of the ending of Evangelion. We are around that. Your favorite manga got hated because it got an anime adaptation and that got super popular out of the blue. Tokyo Ghoul had a similar upbringing. I'm not sure if it's the one you're talking about, but Tokyo Ghoul was fairly popular as a manga, but not super popular. Then they made an anime, and it became incredibly popular. Like, for many years, I could not go to a comic show, a fan show, or stuff like that, without every stand being filled with Tokyo Ghoul merchandise. But then the anime went a bit into the shitter because direction issues. You were talking about Chainsaw Man. Oh, okay. Chainsaw Man is great. I just wish the characters were drawn more often with their mouths closed. I don't understand why 80% of the panels the characters are drawn with the mouth open. Sometimes it bothers me. I'm in the wrong area, by the way. I went the wrong way. Feels bad, man. I should have gone that way. Can I go from here? Maybe, let's see. But it's true, right? They always have the mouth open, no matter what is happening. Like, the mouth open should convey something. A message, or like, a reaction. In Chainsaw Man, they're 80% of the time drawn like that. It really bothers me. Other than that, it's great. I ended up reading all the manga just because they keep leaving the anime with huge cliffhangers, and it bothers me, and I wanted to see how it would end. Fujimoto is a mouth reaper. Absolutely disgusting. But it's a good series. In the last few years, it was probably the one that for me was unexpected, because I did not read Chainsaw Man before it was released as an anime, and it was a pleasant surprise. Very, very nice. Still waiting for No Game, No Life, but we shall see. You've been to the manga before the anime. I think a very cool thing about the manga is that some of the pages are drawn in a way that is amazing on the manga, but it does not look as great in the anime, just because it's difficult to recreate something in the anime. FMAB was your favorite anime before? Oh, Full Metal Ask. Okay. Yeah, that one is great as well. But it's not an unknown minor series that very people read. Like, that one is a very popular one. Chainsaw Man before the anime, I honestly never heard about it. Let's see, 20 past 11, and Divination Commission and Artisan Commission takes about half an hour. And yeah, we're pretty much done. I think I will leave Bronia here in the Void, because I do not have time to go up there and complete the thing. It's already a bit late for me. This Thursday, we will have something to do in Genshin Impact, which is try to pull for Kirara, and probably a 5-star. I think I should reach soft PT with the pulls that I have, but I'm on a 50-50, so I don't know if it will be Constellation 5 Yaimiko or standard banner stuff. Hopefully not Dia. But more than that, I hope I will get Kirara, because I want to build her and play her in Nilu teams with Barbara. But we no, I want to dive. It would be so glorious to dive here and end the stream on a dive into the clouds. Why is there a platform there in the void doing nothing? What? It just stays there. It's hovering on top of the clouds with no purpose. That's very weird. And I think the rest of the stream will partially depend on whether I get Kirara or not. Because if I can get Kirara, I will probably use a bunch of resin to level her up a bit and try to do an Abyss run. If I do not get Kirara, it will be Honkai style real time. Some more grinding and more relic farming. Why can commit to die? The heck me, Hoyo, yes. That's a jetty in the middle of the sky, floating above the clouds. And what purpose does it serve? Like, people land there and then they commit honorable seppuku? Okay, fine, you're literally next to me. I will just blast you before I leave. And stream, first I should start a regular time, so 8 AM Tokyo, unless I oversleep. Today I overslept 1 hour, but the stream only started 5 minutes later than usual. But I will definitely be here Thursday. New patch, new character in Genshin Impact. And then we will see what happens in Honkai Star Rail. Man, think about playing both games and doing the full farming guide, the full farming route in each game every day. That's like 6 hours. The driver both there specifically to commit a seppuku in Space League. That's very honorable. Very, very honorable. We cannot see the Giga Tree from here. Very disappointing. Well, there is minor tree. I guess we deal with that. Okay, thank you for stopping by, guys. Honorable Sudoku. Oh, kawaii potato. Thank you for stopping by, guys. I'll see you Thursday around the same time. I'm very short on time, so there will be no ending screen. The stream will just end very abruptly. Bye and take care. See you on Thursday.